Is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Thor Media podcast. I'm your host, Sock from Detailing Made Simple, and today I have something special for you and also a special guest, Titan Tim. Appreciate you for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here is your one-stop shop for your information on my Rinseless Wash tier list. This is what I'm doing here. And we're just going to sum it up. If you want to see more in detail every single time I use a specific Rinseless Wash, then check over onto the House of Rags YouTube channel and just look for the in-depth review when I was using each product, or Titan Tim was also involved as well on a couple of these tier rankings. So so let's get started. Titan Tim wasn't a part of a lot of these, so just keep in mind that he does have some use with a handful of these, and the ones that he wasn't a part of, he won't comment on. So we'll start off with Yum Rinseless. Let's start off with the S tier. So Yum Rinseless, Titan Tim use this off screen, and let me know your thoughts. For me, it's S tier, and I'll explain why in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, Sock diluted the 350 to 1. I dipped the sponge in after it was mixed, put it on the car, and I said, "This is crazy."
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
That's his first thing out his mouth. The second thing was, we should have been recording my reaction. That was the number one.
It is. It's crazy. It's so slick.
Yeah.
And you can tell it works really strong too.
And it removed the wash media. What do you think about the scent?
Scent's really good.
You like the
It's like, I like the scent of Nemesis really well. This smells great as well. I think this is a stronger scent.
Yeah, definitely.
So
stronger.
I love them both.
Yeah. I like the scent as well. And so quick things to note. So Yum Rinseless, it is an expensive, very expensive Rinseless wash, what people need to understand. Now, if you're somebody that takes care of your vehicle weekly, you can use this at a 350 to 1. If it gets slightly dirty and you do it once a month, then I recommend the 256 to 1 dilution ratio. That's just me personally. So if you were to use this, comparing apples to apples, Tim, if you use it directly at a 256 to 1, like every other traditional Rinseless, you're paying about $110 for a gallon, or $97 for 5 liters. 5 liters.
5 liters. Okay.
So that's more than
gallon and a quart almost. Yeah.
So you're still getting somewhat your penny's worth, of course, but if you dilute it to that 350 to 1, which you saw was still extremely slick, and it cleaned really well, and you do it like once, you wash your car once a week or once every 2 weeks, then your cost basis goes down. Yeah. So now you're at $65 for 5 liters, which is still a great value.
Yeah, not bad at all.
So that is what we got on there. Now, next up is Nemesis V2. Now, Titan Tim has used Nemesis V1, and you were a fan of Nemesis V1.
I really like V1, yeah. It smells great. It's slick. Not as slick as Yum Rinseless.
Yeah.
But it worked really well, cleaned well. The wipe off was nice and smooth and slick.
Yep. So that's Nemesis V1, and he hasn't fully used Nemesis V2 yet. So you do have a bottle of it.
I do. I bought one.
Can you pass me Nemesis V2?
Absolutely.
Sorry for that, but yeah. So Nemesis V2. So why did I put Nemesis V2 in 1 and 2 spots? The reason for that is because they go hand in hand. Like when I'm talking about the slickness, the cleaning ability, it pretty much literally competes with Yum Rinseless on all aspects. Now, the biggest proponent is it is about almost 50% cheaper.
Wow.
So you're buying a gallon for like $40, $45, but you only using this at a 256 to 1 dilution. Unlike that one, which is that also Yum Rinseless is 100% surfactant, meaning you're not leaving anything behind. But Nemesis, correct me if I'm wrong, Jamie and Eddie, but I think it is 50-50 now, which is 50% polymers and 50% surfactant. So whenever you leave some sort of protection behind, it may be a little bit more nuisance to remove, right? Like like how I use it, right? I like to use a damp and rinseless towel to remove polishing oils. And if I'm leaving a polymer behind, then I really got to ensure with Pelias panel prep or any panel prep to make sure I remove those polymers before you apply a coating.
Correct.
So that is something to keep in mind. So that is it with detail color. That's why it is S tier. Now something that you used, Titan Tim.
Finelab?
Finelab, a rinseless wash
Here we go.
V3. So this is where Titan Tim and I stopped being friends. And so this is where we stopped being friends. And that is because he put this on A tier, which, again, this is my tier list, is my tier list video. So it's still S tier, but he put this on A tier, which he does have some valid points on his end. So take it away.
I don't fully remember every single thing about this.
Okay.
I do like it a lot. I did not like it quite as much as Nemesis.
Yeah.
But as far as which one was slick on the wipe off, I don't remember that at the moment.
So for the pure rinseless wash, for this video, we did it on a side-by-side comparison compared to Hydra, just to do a side-by-side. So in terms of the cleaning capability, remember, it was a cleaning monster. You saw how like it cleaned. I grabbed all that dirt and soot and everything from the car edge, dunked with the microfiber towel, and it came out perfectly clean. It was slick during the wash process. The only downside that you didn't like was the slickness alone as a dry off, because you did bring up a valid point.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember that part. Yep.
The only thing which he does bring a valid point of, you know, now you're adding a cost to buying a quick detail spray.
Correct.
So that is the reason why you put it on A tier.
Yeah, I remember.
But for me, I put it on S tier because to me personally, this is the best cleaning rinseless out of every single rinseless wash I've ever tried.
I want to try that up against Yum Rinseless. That'd be cool sometime.
Try it again. Yep. Try it. You're my neighbor. You live 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
So you could take these and use them side by side. But for me, it is S tier. Dilution is still great. They fixed all the streaking issues that they have with V1, all the sudsing issues with V2. And this is just, to me, just an overall strongest cleaner of all time. So that is what I got on this. And the cost is pretty cheap. It's like 40 bucks.
Yep, cool.
40 to 50 bucks. So that's why I put it S tier as well, because cost, it is somewhat of a factor as well. So that is why I kept it there. Next up is Quiver Indo. So Titan Tim hasn't used Indo, but he has smelled Indo, and let's just remind him a little bit of the smell while I pick up that bottle. The cap. So,
it smells really good.
Yeah. So it has as most of you don't know, Josh V is a surfer and he likes most of the tropical scents for his chemicals. And Indo is a really good rinseless wash. It is A tier. It is to me, as a person coming out with your first rendition of a rinseless wash, definitely A tier. It's not going to be a home run right away. S tier. You know, not everything's like that. You know, Yum Rinseless hit the lottery with that, but for this the cost is extremely cheap. I think it's like 40 bucks for the gallon. It is really slick. It is a hybrid. That's why I put it A tier. And it cleans the media very well, but I think it could do slightly better. Slightly better.
Is the dilution 1 to 256?
Yeah, okay. 256 to 1. So that is it. Like I said, it's a home run. I like it, but most of the time, if you guys can't tell, I like something that's more surfactant heavy than polymer as well. This isn't just polymer, it's a hybrid as well, just to keep in mind.
Does it say that you could use the concentration a little bit stronger to see if it would be better or no?
No, it tells you right here, it just says cleaning 256 to 1, waterless wash 128 to 1, and then glass and interior 256 to 1.
Okay, good.
So that's it. So overall, very good rinseless. Nothing bad to say, but you know, everything can't be A tier, right? Or S tier. Next up is Detail Coat Loki Hybrid Wash. So I'll start this off, and this is when Titan Tim and I became friends again, is because we don't like Loki. Now, a lot of people need to understand that Loki was made for a certain amount of people that wanted that foaming aspect, and you're able to foam it on as a rinseless wash or foam it on as a pH neutral soap. This does clean better than a pH neutral soap. It is one of the strongest cleaner. And you agree with the cleaning. It cleans very well. But we don't like, if you use it as a foaming rinseless, it's not great. You're adding a rinsing aspect. And I've used this behind closed doors as a pure rinseless wash, and I don't think you have used it as a pure rinseless wash. But this doesn't hold a candle next to Nemesis V2 whatsoever. So we've got a lot of comments of people saying, hey, you know, why don't you use it as a pure rinseless? You know, that's not fair. This is not going to compete to Nemesis V2. I am completely sorry. Now, in terms of the smell, I actually like the smell of Loki. It's like, it's tropical. Actually, no, I'll take that back. It's way too cucumber, like.
A lot of cucumber, yeah.
I take it back. It smells good, but after smelling Indo and Yum, and yeah, it's not. But it's not bad. It's just, you know, what you're in the mood for. So that is just me. It's just the suds. I just don't like it. And then if you use it as a pure rinseless, you have a plethora of others that are better and slicker, that performs better. So what about you?
All right. So with Loki, I do like how it cleans. It does leave a pretty good shine behind.
Yeah.
But if you're using this as a foam on and contact, the dirt particles are still there, and I didn't really see it lift the dirt.
Yeah.
It probably does.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Again, this is all subjective here.
But we did do it a bit very foamy. We could have had it a little bit runnier foam instead.
It needed to be runnier. I think I mentioned that in the video.
Yeah, you did
If they could do an improvement, it'd be good if it could run off more.
Great thing is they did say we could use it at a lesser dilution to make it runnier, and it'll still perform. Because remember, so for a pure rinseless, it's still going to be the 256-to-1 dilution. It's just for the foaming, we got to add 1 ounce to 32 ounces of water.
So since it does clean good with the foaming, I was thinking yesterday at home that if you're to do a pressure washer and pressure wash it off again and then foam it again, then you're pretty sure that you're not doing the having the dirt between the sponge, but then you're doing the wrong. So I was just going to say, you're doubling your time, you're doubling your product use,
and you're doing a wash at that point. You're doing a physical foam on, like you just grab your pH neutral soap. And this is the thing that I was getting at with people was, most people, this is great if you don't have a rinseless wash and you don't have a soap, and this is the only product you're first getting into detailing, you want a best of both worlds, then get this. But 90% of the people, myself included and many others out there that do a decon wash, stuff like that, they will have a alkaline type of soap. So why don't you just, if you're gonna foam on something on a dirty vehicle and I gotta foam something, I'd rather foam on an alkaline soap, rinse it off, and then put on rinseless. If I'm gonna foam this on and do it, I'll get a better cleaning.
Yeah.
So that is my aspect. It's not a knock on this product. It's not that it's not good. It's a good product. It's a very good product, but as a rinseless, it doesn't hold a candle next to these guys.
Correct.
So that is what I got here. Next up, I'm going to talk about Hydro Save. Can you pass me Hydro Save? So Hydro Save, this is, Titan Tim hasn't used Hydro Save, but he has used the quick detailer that I have set back there. Remember how slick it was? Hydro Save received a B tier. Oh, and this ended up getting like a C tier, by the way. That was C tier, just to keep that up to date. So Hydro Save, where do I rank Hydro Save? Hydro Save, I put it as a B tier, maybe a little bit close to C tier. The only reason why I did that is because I am not a fan of polymer only rinseless wash. They don't clean the wash media well. You saw how it stained my my wash sponge, the yellow one. So it stained that. You guys saw the clip on it as well. But it is extremely slick. It adds actual polymer protection. This is super stout. And it's best if you use it in a 3 pH system, which they have Hydro Save. You have Preludio, alkaline, and acidic. So that is it. But why do I put it on B tier is because, yes, it did clean the panel. It just doesn't clean the media. It is super slick. And you got infinite quick detail spray with this. So pretty much you put, I'll tell you exactly how much it is. I forgot where it is. So for a quick detail spray, it's 1 to 50 dilution ratio. So if you got a 60, if you got a 16-ounce bottle, that's like less than an ounce or close to an ounce.
It's pretty good.
Yep. So you got infinite detail spray, and the cost is extremely cheap for that stuff. And it is a really good detail spray. It's super slick. So that's why it gets B tier, because the stuff it lacks on. Next up is Phoenix EOD Hydra.
There you go.
I know you put this on B tier.
Yeah.
So what is your reasoning for putting it on B tier?
It wasn't very slick, putting it on and taking it off. Smell is, you can't really smell it too much.
Yeah.
I'm not that worried about smell.
Yeah.
But shine was all right, but it didn't wow me.
Okay.
So to me, to put it on an A or an S, it's like gotta be, wow, this is great.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't have that, unfortunately, with that. And it's actually good to put that out there, my real thoughts on it, because, you know, it could be a little bit of a gentle prod that's like, okay, we got to, you know, do another rub.
Do another rub, and just, you know.
That's version 3.
Yeah. And it's not a knock. Again, whatever tier every brand gets, like I just say, it got B tier, close to C tier. Guess what? I'm a huge fan of Primus and all the other products as well. So these are things that not every brand makes the best everything. Like sometimes you got to go to the drawing board.
And that's, you know, a lot of people know this phrase, but if everything is the best, then nothing is the best.
There's nothing the best. Exactly.
So,
great point. That is a great point. So yeah. So overall, for me, I put it close to C tier as well. Kind of like iJosave, and the reason for that is the same aspect that you said. I'm not really I don't care about the smell. It does smell good, but once it's diluted, you barely smell it. Mm-hmm. But in terms of the cleaning capability, it doesn't clean off the media that well. It is a bit grabby on the panel. Yeah. And the dry off as well. So it's just a couple things need to be improved, and it's between B and C tier, kind of like iJosave. It has its pros because it is an amazing glass cleaner. It is an amazing glass cleaner. That's true. You can use this in the interior as well. So although you're not getting the whole dirt removal off your wash media and all that stuff, but you can clean the inside. You can clean glass very well. So that's why it gets like a B tier as well, between B and C.
Cool.
So that is where I put Phoenix EOD. Next up is DIY Detail Rinseless Wash. So this is their Type 2 or V2 version, and their first version was really good. Everybody knows that. I have videos on my channel from when they first came out with it, and this is their second rendition, which they made it slicker, less streaky, and still cleans it extremely well. And they changed the polymers in here. That's why it has a more milky type of look into it. So for me, it is an S tier product that, you know, I have to give it to DIY Detail. So definitely S tier product for them. It is slick under the mitt, slick under the towel. Not extremely slick, but just, you know, still slick. It cleans the media extremely well. It is a monster at cleaning the media. It's just overall very, very, very good rinseless wash. So yeah, so this will be bottom S tier. Does that make sense? It's not A tier, but it's like bottom S tier. Yeah. So it's still great. So what about you?
Let's keep it short and sweet. Yep. It's definitely a home run. I agree. It was a wonderful product.
Wonderful product?
Yep.
So because we did, again, this isn't a comparison battle, but the reason why Titan Tim and I did these videos comparing each brand or product, it's not really to do a comparison video. It's sometimes better when you actually use something else right next to it, just to get a little bit better of a clause, right? So we did use this next to clean rinseless wash, and this is more on the polymer side, like heavier on the polymer, and this is on the contrary to rinseless wash from DIY, which is heavier on the surfactant side. It did really well, but it just didn't clean the media that well, that strong. And True. That was what you had, and this got A tier. So.
Definitely A tier. Yep.
A-tier.
Same thing. Didn't clean the media quite as well, but everything else is really good.
It's really good. So
good smell too.
Great smell too. Yeah, I like that. It's like
Way
a
to go,
sugar
Pan.
type of definitely a nice smell. Now, garage therapy. Oh, and in terms of cost, this is like $45. You could get this like $40 for the gallon. This is why what also makes it great. And then this, I forgot the price. I think it's like $55 or $65. Next up is garage therapy rinseless wash. So Titan Tim hasn't used this, but I do give this an A tier. And this is another rinseless. It's a hybrid rinseless, but this is one of those rinseless washes that is the same thing. You use it 1 ounce per 3 gallons of water, kind of like Yum rinseless.
All right.
But there's certain aspects that it lacks on, which is a little bit more slickness to remove on. And you actually, if you use it at a 350 to 1, this is one of those rinseless washes. If you want more cleaning power, then you put it at a 256 to 1 dilution ratio. So that's pretty much
just like Yum.
It's kind of just like Yum, but it's not as
slick.
Not as slick as Yum, and not that's pretty much it. It's not really as slick as Yum. It doesn't do all the things that Yum does, or Nemesis, or Finelab. Like, it just hits all the boxes really good, just not excellent. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So that is the tier list update, and appreciate all of you for tuning in. Titan Tim for showing up, and subscribe to this channel, Shining Light Detailing, and my channel as well, Detailing Made Simple. And just stay tuned for videos. We are going to record, I think, a different video if we got a little bit of time today. And it's going to be on foamers or pump foamers versus foam cannons, and which one should you use and why. So stay tuned for that. Obviously, I put on the overhead the tier list of what we got going on. A couple products didn't make it, like Clean Tell and stuff like that. I'm still waiting for those, but when those come in, there's only like 3 other rinseless washes I'm missing. So I could just sum that up in a video, and then that's it. So hopefully you all enjoyed this type of content. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and other than that, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.